Hey, my dad is addicted to watching TV shows. Every day on TV, the movie Seven Brothers Ho Lo is shown over and over again, calling on TV, Grandpa. My father also joined me outside. Here is his good grandson. Especially after a few of my father's old friends succeeded my grandfather one after another, his passion for winning and losing became even more boiling. I bought him a dog, but I couldn't get his attention to find me a suitable girlfriend. He also participated in a bunch of matchmakers' blind dates, hanging around the corners of the park every day. The matchmakers lie like shit. Every one of them says that their family is doing business. When I asked, I found out that they were selling sticks, and every woman said they were in the nursing profession. When I asked him, I found out that he was a mage for rich men, but every woman said he was gentle and quiet. When I met him, I realized I was dumb. In short, nothing is trustworthy. Yet my father still stubbornly refused to believe it. To retaliate, my grandfather wore the hot cosplay outfit on the internet to go on a blind date. Unexpectedly, my date seemed to be in the same situation because she was wearing the same Chimantige outfit. Looking at the girl wearing the Chimantige outfit sitting across from me, I immediately spent 12 mental minutes observing this Chiman and La Jibao duo. Immediately attracted the attention of everyone in the cafe. As a result, neither of us liked anyone, and the last 5 minutes of facing each other ended in unhappiness. Unexpectedly, the next morning I met her again at the boss's office. Wow, isn't that Ms. Liu? She didn't even flinch when I told her, just let her get angry until her face turned red. I was about to leave, but accidentally stepped on her foot. Sorry, I don't accept the apology. Let me step back, she said. So the two of us kept chasing each other in the office. When the boss walked in, he saw the two of us struggling fiercely, and his beloved teacup was broken into pieces. What are you two doing? The boss said while pulling my ear. I pulled her hair. Finally, the boss was able to stop the two of us. Looking at my broken teacup, I felt like my boss was about to break too. Don't worry, boss. I will arrange another set, I said. It's no big deal. I usually arrange 2 sets, 3 sets, she said. The boss looked at the two of us so angry that his face turned red. Get out. Both of you get out for me. We were forced to make peace in front of our colleagues. She smiled and held out her hand. Hello, I'm Liu like Yen. I had to grit my teeth and say, I am boundless Truong. From now on, you just follow me and work, I said. I'm sure the last 3 words I said through gritted teeth. I grabbed her hand so tightly that she yelled, Hey, let go. I looked at her and said in a low voice, Beg me. I remember you looking like a cunning fox. Okay, little girl, let's see if you fall into my hands and see if you survive. I think because I wanted to take care of the new employee, I specially arranged for her to sit next to Tu Lai, the gossip expert, across from my office. Her every move is within my sights. At noon, she invited everyone to drink milk tea, which was considered reasonable. The previous director was me, blind, this glass of milk tea. Please, she said. I look at her and see that she can teach and knows how to please her superiors. Okay, let's go outside, I said. Liu like Yen, go out and close the door for me. I thought she was fine. I took a sip of coffee. What the hell is this, black coffee without sugar? This girl dared to give me black coffee without sugar. So I sent her to carry the vaccine as revenge. The two of us kept eating the patties like that, but no one felt stressed. On the contrary, it made the whole company gossip about our love story. I even took the whole department out to dinner, then went to the movies. It's the latest horror movie. She's a girl who was so scared that her hair stood on end and her walking was unsteady. After that failed blind date, the conversation between me and my father became like this. You refuse to get married. I can't sleep all night. I can't sleep because I'm playing on my phone. Don't blame me. Wait until you get married and have children. Then my mission will be considered complete. What organization gave me this mission? After getting married and having children, you will be a real man. So are you a dog now? I refuse to get married. Dad will lose face. It's okay, Dad. When he goes out, he can just wear a mask. I refuse to get married. Dad's gone. What should I do? If Dad doesn't feel secure, just take me with him. I keep petting puppies all day long. Raising a dog is no better than raising a girlfriend. And there are people talking to me. Do you think I'm a dog, you ugly woman? That night when I returned from the bathroom, I saw my father sleeping soundly in the bed at just 11 o'clock. I stood next to the bed and shook him awake. Didn't you say you had insomnia? Why are you sleeping so well now? My response was his squawk, "Get the hell out of here." My dad took me to see it again, saying it was high quality. The family had 2 factories, drove a luxury car, was the only daughter, and had several villas in the city. I think I have another chance. Good life, here I come. But when I saw the person coming, I frowned, shook my head, rubbed my chin. No, it's the familiar Thank Father Man outfit, the familiar yellow Chelly shoes. I'm dressed very normally today. I hope she doesn't sit across from me. I'm very rude. Luckily, she sat across from another guy, watching the other guy's face turn black and then turn red. I also felt sorry for him. After all, she was wearing a mask, so it wasn't too embarrassing, but the other guy wasn't wearing one. But very soon, when I saw the person facing the other guy, I couldn't laugh anymore. I don't know if it's high quality or not, but she has a really big butt, weighs over 200 pounds, is 1.60 meters tall, looks like a rolling ball of meat. I think I don't want money anymore. Well, let others enjoy this blessing. Just now I laughed at Lou like yin, now it's her turn to laugh at me. Even though I was wearing a mask, I still heard her laughter throughout the blind date. I was silent like a mute. You don't talk much, do you? The ball of meat opposite spoke up. I don't talk much. I always sit in the trunk of the car when I take a taxi. I said, that's a very good personality. How do you think of me? If possible, let's go and register our marriage tomorrow. She said, her face shy. What are you shy about? You forced me to use my final move. I'm infertile, my thing doesn't work. I said. Her face immediately turned pale. That's no good. I'm the only girl in my family. I have to have at least 3 children in the future. After eating the meatball, I left. Lou and Yin's side didn't seem to be going very well either. She also said I was infertile. There have been too many abortions in the past. The eyes of the guy across from me lit up. That's great. We cannot have children. That's almost useless to me. Do you need to suppress your smile? So he probably couldn't stand it anymore. So the guy immediately went to the bathroom. Here. This isn't a tragedy. It's obviously a huge advantage. Do you need me to help you? I asked. No need. He said coldly and wiped all the lobster on the plate. Today she cut a hole in her mask so she could eat and drink, but it looked strange to see Grace drinking juice. I followed the other guy into the bathroom and heard him call on the phone. You're right. It's perfect. Just a little crazy, from a rich family, and the only girl. I've seen the pictures. She's pretty, well-educated, whatever shape she has, wearing that Thank Father Man outfit. That place is old. I fell asleep without even realizing it, a sound sleep until after 8 p.m. As soon as I woke up, my mind was still a bit hazy, and I saw Lou like yin sitting in front of me. Instinctively, I laid my head on her shoulder. She must have just finished showering. Her skin is cool, soft, and smells faintly of mint. I couldn't help but rub my lips against hers. Lou knew Yin stood up startled. I immediately fell to the ground. My head hit the floor. I suddenly woke up. Lou like Yin was covering the spot I just touched with her hand, her face turning red. The other hand is still holding the game console. I went back earlier, down the stairs. I just met her father often. He enthusiastically pulled me over to drink tea. Hi, Dad, I said. Hello, Dad, I'm home. I told her at school that she would tell Yin to see her off and get her 2 more boxes of tea. Liu's father like Yin said I accidentally called him Dad, making him laugh out loud. Lou like Yin went downstairs. I tried my best to wink at her. She asked confusedly, Are you having cramps, you idiot? Do I think I need to call the doctor? Liu's father, like Yin, asked worriedly. It's okay. It's probably because I just woke up, Ha said. After that, Lu knew Yin sent me home. The car was so silent that you could hear a pin drop. Neither of us said anything. I carried the tea box upstairs. Lu like Yin turned around and headed home. That night, I dreamed of Lu like Yin lying under my body, begging me to spare her life. When I went to work to meet her, I didn't know how to face her. I felt like a pervert. In the evening, I have to go receive guests with my partner. Some of the others have headaches, others have work. I feel like they are intentionally avoiding me. They kept suggesting that there was also Lu like Yin. Looking at their eyes, I immediately knew they were thinking wrong. She has a very poor tolerance for alcohol. I immediately vetoed it. If it doesn't work, I'll leave today. So I said, how do you know her? Poor quality? The people around me looked at me with searching eyes, as if they wanted to examine every inch of my body. She just graduated from school. She's still young. Her alcohol tolerance can't be good. I awkwardly flipped through the document. I can't say that she was ever drunk by my father. Nguyen, can you drink it? I asked. Yes, sure, she said. Then it's not a problem. Please come with me tonight. Before I could finish my sentence, the others had already agreed. Everyone went out. Only Lu and Yin remained in the meeting room. Why do you look so confused today? There are still dark circles under your eyes. Maybe you didn't sleep well, right? I asked. Her eyes are a bit innocent, looking very adorable. You just leave this document there. It's okay if you come with me tonight, I said, looking at her gentle look. I'm really worried she'll be eaten alive. The drinking table is the epitome of political culture and social relationships. At the drinking table, people with high status will freely demonstrate their power, while people with low status must please them to achieve their goals. After 3 glasses of wine, someone turned to Lu like Yin, her younger sister. I'll buy you a drink, the person said. I filled my glass of wine and downed it. The strong drink slid down my throat, my stomach burning. Lu like Yin was about to stand up, but I held her back. At the drinking table, either don't drink or don't just take one sip. Drink until you can confide in each other, then start talking about business. If you finish the remaining half of this bottle of wine, this matter will be over. If not, then the scoundrel director must drink another bottle, the person said. This time, I didn't keep Lu like Yin anymore. She touched my hand and then drank 2 glasses of wine on the table. Then she collapsed on the table. The partner's director was so scared that he lost his mind. I almost fell to the ground. Even these 2 drinks are still drunk. Last time I was down with just 1 drink. Now it's the pandemic season, plus everyone's sick. Otherwise I wouldn't have dared to let her come drink with you, I said. This drinking session ended with Lu like Yin collapsing. The attendant helped me help her out the car door. Lu like Yin obediently leaned on my shoulder, rubbing like a puppy. I told you not to drink, don't drink, but why didn't you listen to anything? I mumbled while texting my boss to ask for leave for Lu like Yin. I'm a good girl, she slurred. You're very good. Okay, get in the car and I'll take you home, I said. Lu like Yin sings while walking unsteadily. I almost crashed into the back of the car. Arigato, she said, then knelt down and bowed to the car. How many Japanese movies has she watched? So I took her home. Her father came out to welcome her. He kept muttering, she has never drank so much alcohol. I felt like a pervert, luring children into doing something wrong. Early the next morning, when I signed the contract, I was happy. My bonus is about to be doubled. Actually, at my age, only money can move my heart. In the evening, I invited my friends to go to bar to celebrate. I called a cute girl, but before I could even move a hand or foot, I was taken to the police station. I tried my best to explain, I really didn't buy sex. I was so wronged. And I haven't even had time to touch her yet. So how can it be called prostitution? Okay, stop arguing. Call your family to bail you out. It should be called a police officer, not a mandarin. I looked at the police officer and just wanted to cry. If I thought my father knew about this, he would definitely beat me to death. The friends I know are all imprisoned together now. Thinking and thinking again, I had to call Lu like Yin. Can you help me with something? I asked. The other end of the line seemed still not awake. The voice was a bit hoarse. What's going on? She asked. Go to the police station and bail me out. I'm under arrest, I said. It seemed like she was a little more alert. I heard the lights turn on and footsteps. Who is that? She asked. If it doesn't work, I'll find someone else, I said. I heard the rustling of clothes, waiting for me. My dangling heart was finally lowered. I am Infinite Truong's girlfriend. A hoarse but seductive voice rang out. I heard Liu's voice like Yin's. Coincidentally, the person inside also said she was his girlfriend. Another person's voice rang out. The eyes of everyone around her, women were disdainful, men were admiring. My friend silently gave me a thumbs up. Is he your girlfriend too? Who am I? Lu Nguyen looked at me with resentful eyes like a wife who caught her husband cheating. She is my ex-girlfriend, and you are my current girlfriend, I hastily explained, afraid that she would tell my father about this. Lu like Yin relaxed her eyebrows, looking a bit happier. Oh, your ex-wife? The sentence ex-sister-in-law made Lai Mok speechless. The ex-wife cares about her ex-husband like that. What a shining example. Looks like this current girlfriend is no good, otherwise he wouldn't have come to Boz to call girls. The two of them argued back and forth. Everyone around them stared at me, not understanding what kind of magic power I had to call a girl from dad. My ex-girlfriend and current girlfriend even fought to sponsor me. I was so tired that my eyes were so sleepy. I didn't even know when I fell into bed. Early the next morning, my father started rambling. Drinking so much alcohol, you still let people like Yin take you home in the middle of the night. Go wash your face and brush your teeth. Are you still going to work? Who came up with this business thing? So I complained. My head hurts. This isn't work. This is Father Tan. Those friends started questioning me early in the morning. Who came to pick you up yesterday? It's not a girl. I didn't do that. Prostitutes also have good and bad people. Before was before, now is now. I explained for a while, but no one believed me. In the afternoon, I met Mr. Truong in the accounting department. In the elevator, I just met Lu Like Yin and asked her to help Mr. Truong. We're very busy, find someone else, I said. Do you think I'm joking? She's my life-saving benefactor now. She just arrived. What's so busy, he said. Does your pig head not understand human language? I think he wiggled his bread waist and left. His tone and eyes were full of contempt. Her personality is really too good. She doesn't know how to refuse others. Next time, just refuse straight away. Our room is the room that makes money, I said to Lu and Yin. But looking at her, she was still bewildered, without any spirit at all. I stood up on tiptoe and touched her forehead. It was a little hot, like she had a fever. You should go home and rest this afternoon. I'll tell Uncle so he can arrange someone to pick you up, I said. Lu Like Yin looked at me with tears in her eyes, looking exactly like the husky at her house. So I want to go to work, she said. Sure enough, he had a fever and his brain was also damaged. No, you don't want to. I looked at her messy hair and couldn't help but rub it to make it even messier. The elevator door opened. The boss standing at the door saw my hand on Liu's head like Yin and suddenly became unusually busy. I felt helpless. I just wanted to hide somewhere. Finally, I held the cup and walked up the stairs. The company's year-end party did well this year, so it specially chose a grand location. I built it. Apparently the guy in the purchasing department said that the self-brewed sticky rice wine had no strength, so how could I build it? Lu Nuyen passed by, saw me staggering, and helped me sit down on the sofa. Come in. Do you feel uncomfortable? Do you want a drink? She asked. I don't want a drink, I want a kiss. Maybe it was because of the car that I wanted to kiss. She confirmed it twice, and then told me to wait. What are you waiting for? Take me home. I'll kiss my husky. A moment later, she came back to help me up. I don't know where she's taking me. Don't worry, I've prepared a place for you. I'll guard the door for you. You can kiss me, she said. Could it be that she also found me another sister? How meaningful. No, I pampered her in the room, smelling faintly of mint. I followed the scent, hugging that deadly waist. This waist was even smaller than the sister I called last time. Baby, girl, your waist is really small, I giggled. Come on, let's kiss. The wine goes in and out. Now I'm no longer the old me. Before, now I'm a pervert. This scent on me is exactly like Lu Nuyen's scent. Before she could react, I pressed her against her and kissed her. To be honest, Lu Nuyen's clumsy kiss gave me a strange feeling. Let go. Let go. This is my first kiss, she screamed like a mad dog, pushing me away. Threw me into the abyss. Why so unprofessional? I said. Don't worry, I won't eat your kui. You have to be responsible for me. Don't worry, I'm a good person. I will definitely be responsible for you to the end, she said. So do you like me? I asked. I've liked you for a long time. Quickly kiss me, she said, and then clung to me, asking me to kiss her a few more times before going to sleep. I had to give in to her wishes and kiss her a few more times. The next morning, I lay in bed like a piece of insane meat, looking at Lu lying peacefully next to me. I let out a shrill scream. She rubbed her eyes and looked at me without surprise, then went to wash her face again. Do you remember what happened yesterday? She asked. I shook my head frantically. You said you would take responsibility for me. You kissed me and touched me. Liu's eyes like yin gradually became cold. I thought to myself, don't believe anything you say when you're drunk, but clearly she doesn't believe it. Shrimp and mud. She peeled the shrimp and mud and fed it to me. Her beautiful hands peeled the mud shrimp slowly. I ate the spicy dish and drank the milk tea before eating the mud shrimp that she had peeled. Where do you get the food? I asked. Shipping fee is 500 yuan, she said. These things combined probably won't cost 500 yuan. After eating, I want to sleep again. I looked at her back, making the bed. Probably sensing my gaze, She turned to look at me. Do you have insomnia? The doctor said you should sleep on your bust, I said and swallowed my saliva, afraid that she would refuse my perverted request. Unexpectedly, not only did she not refuse, but she also showed off her bust as if to say, go ahead. Being too proud in love can easily make others jealous. Van didn't know where to get my new company address, so she ran downstairs to block my way. Let's talk a little, he said. I have nothing to say to him, I replied. He's not a good person, and I'm not anything good either. He clung to my hand. Seeing this scene, Lu Nuyin's eyes turned red and she became angry. You don't have a wife. Why are you clinging to my husband? She said. I held Lu Nuyin's hand, afraid that she would kick Lime Van in the face. A few colleagues passed by and were curious. Oh my, it's a two-way bet. Their eyes and expressions were clearly gloating and missing his happiness. The whole company knew that two women were fighting at the company gate because of me. I became a jerk, two-timing. It was such a bad influence. Lu Nuyin was suspended from work for 1 week. She didn't look sad at all. That's right, if I were rich, I wouldn't be sad. Every day, she takes me to work, then prepares meals for me. I'm okay. I'm just afraid that everyone in the company will say you, Lu Nuyin said, looking very pitiful. Today she wears black-rimmed glasses and looks very docile. Don't worry, they definitely won't scold you as harshly as you do, I said. Our feelings heated up like a rocket, but Lime Van clearly did not intend to let me go. Every day, he comes to the company and my house blocking my way. My father was extremely miserable. The neighbors all thought he made enemies with the gangsters. No one dared to play with him anymore. Son, a big disaster is coming. Everyone will go their separate ways. I have to take my husky to escape. I heard this voice message from my father. I just want to curse him. Dad has gone to take refuge. What can I do? I can't cope alone, or should I come stay with you? Lu Nuyin said. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself and kill you. It's okay, I don't mind, Lu Nuyin said. Her face was red and shy, not daring to look at me. The truth proves that I guessed correctly. Watching her walk out of the bathroom wrapped in a towel, my eyes widened. Oh my God, is this testing me? Why are you using this method to test officials? I went to the next room to sleep. Please sleep well, I said. Lu Nuyin said, and then walked away, leaving me struggling in the room. What if I go to the next room? Can you sleep well? I think it's like that for half a month straight. Every day she comes to my room to take a shower, just to look at me, but not touch me. That night, I secretly gave her some wine, then sat next to her and put my arm around her neck. Baby, are you worried? People say you won't appreciate what you get easily. Lu Nuyin unconsciously rubbed my chest. Baby, I'm a good person. I will be responsible for you. I said, really? She looked at me with watery eyes, looking so lovely that it made my heart soften. That night, I successfully lured her into bed. I've changed my mind. I've lost my temper. I can't see Lu Nuyin's alert eyes. I think I should talk to Lime Van. Of course, I told Lu Nuyin in advance and asked her to come along. As soon as we met, before I could say anything, he blurted out a guy. These are all words of regret about past relationships, all useless things. Ex-wife, it's too late for you to say you regret it now. Besides, my husband is not an idiot. He was just confused for a while and liked you. But he can't be confused for the rest of his life. That's right, you don't have to look at my husband like that. Now he doesn't want you. He wants me, young and beautiful. Isn't it better? How can you surpass me? Lu Nuyin monologues alone. I secretly scooped a spoonful of ice cream, but before I could put it in my mouth, she took it away and put it in my mouth. Lime Van's story is long gone, forget it. I have a new life, you should have your own life too. This was the first sentence I said to him. Tonight could also be the last sentence in this life. Besides, stop blocking my husband's way, he's very scared. I said. Lime Van sat opposite silently, saying nothing. Boundless school, I'm leaving. Goodbye. I don't know what he's been through. I just hope everyone has the same life in the future. I turned to look at Lu Nuyin. She winked at me. Don't be so infatuated with me. Bitch, give me back the ice cream. Looking at the half-empty ice cream box, I was angry. We've been in love for 2 years. Lu Nuyin started whining again, demanding her status. You must give me a title, she said. Didn't your girlfriend already give it to you? I said. If you don't give me your status, then don't try to get into my bed. She said. If you don't go up, you won't go up. No matter how good food you eat, You'll feel bored after 2 years. Unexpectedly, she ended up telling this story to my father. She was crying and making a mess. Dad, a woman came to me asking for my name. Sure enough, when I got home, she started to ignore how I treated her. I wash and cook for him, but he doesn't even want to marry me, she said, then wiped her tears and started crying again. He was berating me all day. Last time he scolded me for crying. In the end, I had to calm myself down. She said that, but I'm still with him. Why did my father ask me if I can't leave him? Who? Dad, please tell him to marry me, she said, tears and snot streaming down her face, tissues covering the floor. The more my father listened, the more helpless he felt, so he had to take the dog out to play so he could comfort the child. She let out a sob, looking at me with an expression of disbelief. It took me half a year to finally utter the word marriage. The Liu family also has a few real estate properties. Previously accumulated assets were mostly real estate. Now they have all been liquidated and deposited in banks, and there are also a few factories. Not a rich man, but certainly not starving to death. Just like that, I became a rich husband. I also quit my job because my wife said she was not short of money. Now I only know how to play games and comfort my crying wife. 2 years later, I don't even have time to play games anymore because there are 2 crying girls in the house.